Hello, this is Reasons Are Several bonus episode volume 7. My name is Matt. We have another episode of previously unreleased content today before starting our new recording schedule next week. If you want to reach out to us, you can find us on Twitter at ReasonsR, and Neil is at AngelsFreak7. Please go subscribe and review us on iTunes and tell a friend about the show. In this week's bonus episode, we talk about phone calls to God, unusual sex acts, VR porn, security at Comicon, fidget spinners, and much, much more. So check it out. Some incredible footage emerged last week of a pastor, Paul, Sunyangor, claiming to be chatting to the Almighty. He is walking among his congregation, chatting on his phone. In the clip, Pastor Paul 32 starts the call with, "Hello, is this heaven?"
Hey, is this heaven?
Is this heaven? No? Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Heaven's on the line. Go ahead, Paul. How does that go?
If somebody called and asked you that, you would absolutely say yes. Yes.
Is this heaven?
Well,
what
when
can I do
someone
for
asks you if you were God,
Yeah.
you say
Right.
yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
God.
Is this heaven? Oh, absolutely.
I just
Abso-fucking-lutely. What can I do for you?
It's either that or you could use the Field of Dreams line. No, it's Iowa. And that's about all. That's all
Yeah,
we can
there
do.
you go.
It would be funny, though. If he's like, "Hello, is this heaven?" Somebody's like, "No, this is like Mike's auto body, you asshole."
Yeah.
And then you hear it through the phone. So the pastor claims to be chatting to God on his phone. Did you see this video, by the way, of this clip?
I didn't watch it, but I watched the dude.
It's fine. You
Yeah.
get it just from kind of the description.
I read the article, but I didn't watch the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like the dude. I like the lady behind the dude on the picture I saw.
Yeah.
She's like in full prayer and he's on the phone like, "Sup?"
Yeah, he's asking questions to God about her, and God's telling him stuff, and he's relaying and asking her, and she's confirming it, and everybody's losing their minds. You know?
Yeah. Hold on. God just went through a tunnel.
Right. That was going to be one of my
Awkward pause.
questions.
Yeah.
I think God is old school. I think he's on a landline. I don't think there's any. He probably has a fucking rotary phone. I don't think he's got a cell phone. I think this is straight to his house.
So you're going
Or
that
her.
way. You don't think he'd go the other way where God's got like some crazy technology. He
No.
doesn't even know.
Old school. Fuck that. Yeah, of course. Think about the people who are heavy duty
If
religious.
God wanted to talk to you, he wouldn't need a phone to do it.
Yeah, but that's
And also, God is not on your speed dial. He's got better things to do.
but that's
True.
That's the people that follow him. Remember, God sent down his son, and he's like, he's a freaking zombie, bro. He can
Right.
raise from the dead. Nothing can kill him. They had it dialed in. Like water, wine, water, wine. How many people are here? I've got 3 fish. How many people? Got 60,000 pounds of tuna now. What's going on?
I'm
You
a
want some
fucking
bread?
magi-
Bread for
I'm a
you. Bread.
magician.
He was like Oprah, bread for you, bread for you, bread for you, bread for you. Everybody gets bread. So I'm
God's
thinking,
like Oprah.
yeah,
And then
so
they
I'm-
killed him. He's like, "Hey, I sent you my son," and then you fucking killed him.
yeah, so I'm thinking God's got
You
it
think I'm
dialed
taking
in.
your call? No way. Am I taking your call?
Yeah.
God's rolling like in a freaking new Phantom. I mean, he's got it dialed in.
It says the pastor claims to be chatting to God on his phone. The controversial pastor of Victory World International Ministries in Zimbabwe. And by the way, if you see the video, this guy's got a full suit on, and he's pitting through the suit. So
Oh, yeah,
it's
he's-
true. Africa is very hot.
It's,
Yes.
it's true.
He's a little stressed.
He needs a
Yes.
romp him.
Oh.
A romp God. God him. Romp God.
God
Wow.
him instead
Yeah.
of got him.
That's, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Could you
I
imagine?
know.
Yeah, in a full freaking.
There's so
I
much
don't know.
blasphemy.
I don't even know what's happening
So much
right now.
blasphemy going on right now.
Oh, God.
He claims to have a 5,000 strong congregation and has previously given out anointed condoms. Now, what the fuck is that?
That's pretty gutsy.
I think that might mean maybe they're got holes in them because he wants people to have kids.
Oh.
So maybe the anointed condoms have holes in them. Holy
Holy condoms.
condoms. There's your
It's a
brand
holy
name.
roller. It's a holy unroller.
Wow.
Some other information on him, just so you know. He, according to the Times, he once hired a doctor to confirm he killed and then resurrected 4 people in 2015.
Hired as in paid.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Right.
Well.
he's got the phone. He probably has the freaking God paddles too.
And
Clear. Run
doctors
back.
don't work for free.
The God
So-
paddles.
Yeah,
Is that what they're called?
God paddles. For him, they are.
Instead of saying clear, you say amen.
Yeah.
Right. There you go.
Speaking to the media, Pastor Paul said, "I actually have a direct line, which I can call him and get instructions on how to proceed. I got this when I was praying, and I heard a voice telling me to call direct."
Now, does he say what the phone number is?
I don't think he shares the number because, you don't want to give out that number.
Right.
Right.
That would be pretty impressive, though, if all of a sudden he was giving the interview and his phone rang and he's like, hold on.
I got to take
God.
this.
Yeah.
Well, because you can't go and ignore, because God's like, what?
Can't go straight to voicemail.
He can see you, so
Yeah.
Right. All of a sudden you're getting text messages like, I can see everything you're doing
Yeah.
right now. Answer the goddamn phone.
Hey,
Answer
Paul,
the goddamn
freaking wear some
phone.
deodorant and answer the phone.
Answer the me damn phone.
I think that he would just strike you with lightning, and then like should I answer the phone?
Yeah, you're bad. Oh, man. You will be cursed to walk the earth with a romping.
I still think that he could just get a hold of you any way he wanted. He doesn't need the phone.
Yeah.
You know,
It could be.
that's all I'm saying.
I think he just liked the prop,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
Maybe.
It speaks to the youth.
I'm out of minutes. Damn it.
What's your data plan?
I just hold on. God's going through a tunnel. I like that one.
Oh my gosh.
So a man was arrested. So this is a little late, obviously, our episode, but a man was arrested Thursday for sneaking into Phoenix Comicon with a collection of guns and other weapons, saying he wanted to hurt law enforcement. More details have since emerged that paint a disturbing picture about the incident, including a vendetta against one of the Power Rangers.
Yes.
It's the Green Power Ranger, right?
It is the Green Power Ranger, yes.
And we were talking last night about it, and the Green Power Ranger is kind of a dick.
Is he?
Yeah, so I'm
Isn't
kind
the
of...
red one always kind of the leader? Like, wouldn't you go after the red?
No, let me stop you there. So I was telling Neil about this story, and then he goes, "Well, the Green Power Ranger is kind of a jerk."
So fair enough.
And I just I'm like, "Wow, okay."
Yeah.
Is he worth a vendetta?
Well, it is... Well, go on with the story, because I think
Okay.
it says what this guy is dressed up as.
Yes, according to a report in the Phoenix New Times, 31-year-old Matthew Sterling told police he was targeting bad police officers because he was a real-life version of the Punisher, Marvel's uncompromising vigilante. Sterling told police he was aware that real weapons were banned from the con, but said the rule didn't apply to him because, as previously claimed, he's the Punisher.
Now, I don't know if
Rules
you saw
don't apply to me, man.
I don't know if you saw the picture with him slammed to the ground by the Phoenix Police Department.
No.
And I'm thinking you're doing the Punisher all wrong, because that would not happen.
Right.
So how bad
Caption,
must it be
Punish.
if you actually believe you're the Punisher? You get in, you can't even get to the stupid Green Power Ranger, and then you get taken down immediately. It's like, you're not the Punisher.
Give me. I don't follow comics well, so give me a taste of what the Punisher story is.
You didn't see the movie?
No.
Dude, what do you live in a box?
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
Let
with
me
a
out.
lid? The Punisher, well, go ahead. 'Cause
No,
So
well,
he's
I
a
don't.
vigilante.
I don't totally remember. to be
his
completely-
family was killed.
Right.
Okay.
And he loses his shit and decides that he's going to go kill everybody that was
Oh, he's righting wrongs.
yeah, and then along the way he also kills a bunch of other people because they're in his way.
Right.
Collateral damage.
He could care less. He is not a nice guy. He's very quiet and keeps to himself. He wears all black and pretty much shoots people in the face.
Okay.
That's the Punisher.
Right.
Okay.
He's like Batman without morals and wants to kill people.
Right.
Oh,
And
man.
I think like the one that they have on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now might be like a nicer version. And there are nicer versions, but in theory,
Oh, I think
he's
you're
not a
thinking
very
of
good
the one,
guy.
The
you
one
know?
in what's the blind superhero?
Daredevil, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
the Punisher and Daredevil.
Right.
So, but he's
So-
not a good guy.
Okay.
The
That would
movie
make
the
sense.
movie was actually pretty good.
Well,
But yeah, but I was like also wondering. I guess I've been to a lot of Comic-Cons, and I do see how you could sneak into a Comic-Con. I don't.
Sneak weapons in.
I wouldn't say that. I would say that.
there's security
Although
Mhm.
there's security everywhere, but I
But
don't.
everybody's walking around. Well, not everybody
with
who dresses
crazy
up.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Deadpool was really popular.
Everybody has a backpack.
And everybody has the
or
two
something,
swords.
You know, like, and obviously if you go through the front door, they look in your backpack. But if you somehow sneak in a side door, someone left a door open, someone's out there
They
smoking
don't
a
take
cigarette.
they don't take apart people's armor to see what's underneath.
Right.
So if you go as a stormtrooper, you could easily have a gun hidden in the
Yikes.
armor somewhere.
That's not good.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say that unfortunately it's probably somewhat easier to sneak in than you would like. But you know what's very interesting is we know someone who worked at the Phoenix Comicon,
Uh-huh.
and she's friends of all of ours, Stephanie Munez from Gotham Lights podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm wondering what her story is.
But I don't think she worked this year, did she?
I thought she did.
Oh, she did?
No, I
But-
think she said she's not working it this year, but
Oh,
she was
really?
going.
Yeah.
Mm.
We'll have to find out.
But
We'll have to
but
get
this
the
was on
lowdown.
Thursday, so it was kind of early in the.
Yeah.
Right.
So
in
this
the
was a
weekend.
while, and if you're listening now, this was a while ago.
Right.
Yes, sorry for the late story.
Um,
What's
but
funny
still-
too is, did you see what it said? Police found his calendar, and on
no.
May 25th,
did
it
see that,
said, "Kill JDF," the guy who plays the Green
Fucking
Power Ranger.
Green Power
which
Ranger.
I thought was
That would
funny.
been how much better would have been if it said kill. Oh,
JFK?
no, JPR,
You're kind of late.
Green Power Ranger.
Yeah.
GPR.
Yeah,
Well, it made me laugh because it was like it is actually on the calendar. Like he's
Yeah.
like
Oh,
he's like May
here's the day.
24th,
Haircut.
dentist 1:30. Yeah.
Right.
And then May 25th, kill JDF. May 26th, flowers for mom. Like,
yeah,
whatever.
brunch
Right.
with mom.
Right.
Yeah,
If not
Don't
in
put
jail,
that on your calendar.
brunch with mom.
or it would have been good. May 26th, hide, gun, and sword in river.
Right. The follow
And
up.
don't get caught. Yeah,
Well, I guess if you're delusional
May
to
27th,
think,
don't get caught. May 28th, don't get caught. May 29th.
yeah that's all it is for the rest
A
of the
line.
year.
but how do you not get caught? I guess you have to be delusional enough to think that you're not going to get caught
I
because
just-
the rules don't apply to you because you're the Punisher.
I
I would
just
go out
love
on a
that he-
whim and say he's not playing with a full deck. Yeah.
Right.
I just love that he was the Punisher and you just get slapped down immediately.
Yeah.
I know.
God.
Didn't live up to it at all.
No,
I
should
feel
have
like the
been
Green
Ant-Man.
Power Ranger should have been standing
I
over him
didn't
like, come on,
catch,
bro.
I was reading that story and I didn't quite catch how they caught him. Like, as far as, like, did he pull out the weapon? Did someone see him sneak in? Like, I didn't quite catch that. So
I didn't catch
maybe-
that from the article either.
He
Yeah.
probably had couldn't even handle the weight of his weapons and just
Right.
fell down. And they're like, "Oh, these are real."
He probably went to the John and the shit fell out on the
Well,
floor
because
while
they
he was
don't.
taking
I
a
mean,
dump.
most
Yeah.
Comic Cons don't have real police. Most Comic Cons have security.
They have stormtroopers.
Yeah. Well, they have security, but and sometimes there's like a couple of cops on site, just to be there just in case.
To
Yes,
laugh.
RoboCop is
You
on
know?
site.
Yeah, RoboCop.
Right. And they hang out in case some serious shit goes down, but typically they're just hanging out,
In case these nerds start slapping each other.
Yeah. There has to be some sort of intervention of some kind. No one can see your hands.
Call the police. There is no police. There's RoboCop. That's just Gary.
Yeah,
shit.
they get called in to settle things like Star Wars or Star Trek, and then so they're just waiting
Exactly.
outside like having
It's
a coffee.
debates.
I don't know.
Hey, guys, we're on the same team.
Settle down.
No, we're
killer.
not.
Settle
That
down.
guy thinks Star Trek's better than Star Wars. Fuck him. Yeah.
Did you ever watch Reno 911?
I did a bit, not enough, because I thought that show's pretty damn funny.
There was one. They get called to a scene where it's Patton Oswalt is playing D&D with a whole group of people, and he ends up actually stabbing one of the people he's playing D&D with. So the cops are called, and they get there, and like, "What are you doing?" And he goes into this long, tirade about how one of the players rolled this 20-sided die and said that his orc was greater than da-da-da. And he's like, "And that's not how you play the game." So he stabs him, and the other guy's like bleeding to death on the side. And they're like, "Well, wait a minute. Wait, what?" So that's kind of like what happens at Comic-Con.
I have never gone to one, but I've heard.
I went to one. It was a really good time. I really had a lot of fun.
You went to the one in Portland.
I did.
Yeah.
It was
When
a
we
good time.
met, back when we all met.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
remember that one
There we go.
time we
Yeah.
met in person?
It's worth. I would say it's worth going at least once because it is fun. Because the people there are into it. So it's kind of like Disneyland. You just kind of have to believe and let yourself go and have fun. Because everyone there is really having fun. They're not.
Well, I think that
Except
would
the
not trying-
Punisher
They're not
Right,
trying to
right.
be
He didn't have
cool.
fun.
Or the
Well,
Green Power Ranger.
he
or the
was
Green Power Ranger. Yeah.
gonna try to right some wrongs. So
Yeah. I guess you got to keep your, your head on a swivel, looking for guys who looked a little too serious. Like, wait a
Yeah.
minute. What are you
Right.
doing? Anyway.
well, I'm a girl, so when I look directly at them, they usually look away. So I'm
the
okay.
ultimate kryptonite, girl
Yeah.
attention.
Boobs.
Whoa. Especially.
She made eye contact. Look away. Look away.
Yeah, right. She's gonna talk to me. Oh no. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Hey, Matt.
Yes, Neil.
Did you have a Nokia 3310 or 3300?
No, were those the little?
Those are the
screen-
original
like
little
flat
brick
jobbies?
phones. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were-
I never had one of those.
Really?
No, because I was a flip phone guy.
This was before any flip phones was flip phones.
Oh, then maybe
Flip
I just didn't even
phones.
have one.
Okay.
I just didn't have a cell phone at that point. Maybe.
This was pre-flipper.
Okay, then yeah, I didn't have one.
But these phones were like freaking bomb-proof. The batteries lasted forever. They just didn't freaking break. They're amazing. They're still around. In fact, I think I still have one in a bin somewhere.
I mean, they're not the sexiest looking phone you've ever seen, but they're just
No. And this was
solid.
pre-internet, know,
Right. You're just
days.
making phone
Although
calls
you
and
could
texts.
text. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was a couple games on them too,
Really?
but
Oh, okay.
that was it. Yeah, like little like centipede type games. I
Right.
think I might be
Okay.
wrong. Great phones. And what was cool is like almost everybody had them, so you could charge your phone almost anywhere because everyone had the same freaking
Right.
charger. However, there are some women that are using them as dildos.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Women,
Are they shaped like penises?
no, not well. That would be a sad penis. But according to a tiny study of 100 Indian women by a sex-positive group agents of, I think it's Ishq, Ishq, women are using their Nokia phones for a substitute for hard-to-find sex toys. So, I don't know how much you know about India.
I don't know about their sex toy industry. I can tell you that.
It's a big place,
It is.
and there's a lot of people there.
Quite a lot.
And there's a lot of poverty there.
Yes.
And apparently it's really hard to get a decent sex toy in India.
Right.
So women have realized that you can use the vibration function on the Nokia phone as a pleasure supplement.
Yes. Now, see, this is something I've heard of before. Because
Right.
years and years ago, there was a whole scandal in England where it involved some soccer players where they were like texting each other, and that was like their way of getting each other off, was vibrating each other by texting each other.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is getting yourself off. So, but I do like this. One woman surveyed told the collective, a group of 3 of us decided to masturbate with the old Nokia phones to show a 4th how pleasurable masturbation can be. I like how they needed 3. It couldn't have just been a one-on-one
Right.
because that would be a little uncomfortable. Like if you and 2 other dudes were like, so if you warm up a cantaloupe and cut a hole in it and then pound your little willy in there, it feels really good.
Right.
And masturbation feels good. And I'm like, I don't know. If it was like a one-on-one conversation, I think it'd be a little more comfortable. But if the 3 of you whipped out your freaking cantaloupes, I'd be like, what is going on
Would
here?
it be better
What
to
are you
have
showing
just
me?
me show you, or would it be better to have 3 dudes show you? I think that's where
That's what I'm saying.
You're
Just
saying
one dude.
Not a conversation, but literally showing you.
Either way, you
Okay.
just need one person.
Okay.
Either show me or we talk about it. But I don't need to be,
They wa-
berated by the 3 of you.
They wanted to knock her over the head with this whole concept. Like, come on, we're all doing it. Maybe it was more of a like a group pressure type deal.
We switched off the lights to reduce her discomfort and got into our beds. Only when we switched on the vibration, the screens lit up, showing off our vaginas.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. They also claim that 54% of the women surveyed said they used domestic appliances to masturbate with.
Oh,
So
what else?
that included toothbrushes, bottles, as well as beds, pillows, and sofas. I know of people that have used their stuffed animals.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I hope they don't blow on them.
Dependable dildos are apparently quite difficult to get a hold of in India. But if anyone knows how you can jerk off using a pillow, then please let us know.
You vigorously rub.
So I just like I like the stick-to-itiveness. We are gonna masturbate and we're gonna have fun doing it. Oh my gosh, the phone vibrates.
Right. Looking
And
for
in India with freaking 100 billion people,
yeah.
might be a little
100
bit.
billion. Might be
might be a
off
little
by
bit
about 99
exaggeration.
billion.
I'm just saying. There's a ton of these freaking 3300s laying around.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, and like I
Hey,
said,
they're not
everybody's
going
got
to
a
a landfill
charger.
now.
Well, sadly, that's exactly where they went. The landfill's just in India. Haven't you seen the specials of the kids just go through the landfill, pull out like the batteries and copper wire and freaking
Oh,
cell
man.
phones? And oh, it's
Jesus.
terrible. But anyway, now they can bring their mom home, a dildo, vibrating phone. And like I said, everybody's got the freaking charger, so they're never going to run out of juice.
That would be awesome to open up.
Juice to make the juice. You know what I'm
Juice,
saying?
Yes. It'd be awesome to have like they get one for their mom, and the mom was like, "Oh, a cell phone. This is kind of old though." They're like, "Oh no, it's not. It's not to call people with.
No.
This is for your hoo-ha."
Yeah. Ride the Nokia, mom.
Ride the Nokia. Come and ride it. Zzz, zzz. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, honey, are you going to be at school today? Can you text me around 12:45?
Oh, it's not involve family. God damn it.
Come on.
Are you?
We're going to be in the bunker together?
Well, it's true. You're gonna and if you got batteries or power down there, you can just Nokia your way through the whole fucking thing. Spend a good
Nokia your way to pure happiness, to
years
bliss.
down there, just blowing yourself away. Oh man, like you said, it's just. I guess you're looking around the house for anything, so why not? But
Sure,
cucumbers go bad, so
salad
and they
shooter.
don't vibrate. Salad shooter. Maybe if you implanted one of those
Nokia's in your butt.
you could do that. But I was gonna say maybe if you implanted one of those the things for your dick, the vibrating dick thing, into a cucumber.
Oh,
then it vibrates and you have to worry about it because it's not your actual member. I don't know.
But I would think in India, if they're having a hard time just getting regular vibrators, they're not gonna have freaking dick implant vibrator.
Probably not.
Poor freaking Indians.
Poor guys. Poor gals, I should say.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with fidget spinners?
I just found out about these, but
These things are a fucking mega craze, and it's so baffling what is going on right now. And kids, every kid wants one of these goddamn things. I see kids with them everywhere I go.
Do your kids have them?
No, but they've wanted them, but we're like, let's just hold off on that.
So you're making your kids to be the only ones that don't have the cool thing.
Right, exactly.
Why? They're like $4.
Yes, all the other kids have Atari, and my kids have Coleco. So
no, you don't know. All the other kids have Atari, and they have a crayon.
They're cheap, of course. It's just here's the concern is
Oh, I know, because they'd enjoy it. I wish we had that on video.
Fucker. So here's the problem. Here, the whole goal of the fidget spinner is that it's for like if you're like a pencil tapper or a toe tapper or something where you just kind of need to kind of be doing something with your hands. You don't see this off screen, but I'm doing this. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So if you're doing that, if you need to kind of sit there and like deaden your index finger like that, can you do that? Can you deaden your index finger?
I think so. Oh yeah, I think I can.
Can you? Not many people can do that. Good job. It's similar to the yep. Exactly.
Yeah, I forget how to do that.
You just got to deaden the deaden the index.
This?
This is the ring finger that we were doing. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, now we're
no one knows. We're just going.
Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I can't wait till you edit that and you're like, what the fuck is that?
Cut. So it gives you something to do with your hands, and it's what they're promoting it as. It allows you to focus on whatever you're watching, listening to, whatever, because you got something occupying your hands, so you're not bouncing.
That's
all
not
over
as
the place.
annoying as tap tap tap.
Correct.
Tap, tap.
Correct.
Right.
Now there are some fidget devices that's like there's one that's like a cube, and it actually has like a switch and like a little rotating, almost like a PlayStation or Xbox little.
Thumb pad type thing.
Yeah, thumb pad deal. Or it's got like little things you can push in, but some of them click, and it's like, well, that's not going to work because you're going to annoy the shit out of people with all the clicks. These fidget spinners just spin. You're just like flipping around on your thumb and shit. So I thought about it because I talked to my wife about it, and I was like, I don't know, maybe like we could see if it, we could try it out with our older son and just see if it helps him focus better during like when they're doing like little, not lecture, but they like sit at a carpet and listen to the teacher teach or whatever.
Right.
But my concern is it's going to become the whole thing. And they're just going to sit there and like want to play with that all the time, and it's going to be more distracting. That's my concern.
Could very well be. So are you saying at school? At school they would do this?
Well,
or
now
at
what's
home?
funny is I was thinking of it as school for them to focus better when they're doing like listening to the teacher teach instead of actually doing an activity. Because sometimes you sit there and listen to the teacher, it gets boring.
Right.
Schools are banning them because they're too distracting.
Yeah.
So all these schools now have started banning them, and all of this has happened. I feel like I heard about it online somehow 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks. Well, it's probably longer than that now, but whatever it was, I heard it. And then within 2 weeks, I saw it everywhere. Now I know there's that whole thing I've talked about before, the whatever cognitive.
But no, that's true because people were trying to get them and they were sold out everywhere.
Yeah. It's a huge craze. Like 7-Eleven sells the fucking things.
Yeah. They're cheap.
They are. They're dirt cheap. So it shouldn't come as a massive surprise to discover that fidget spinner porn is a thing.
It shouldn't, but it kind of does.
New data from Pornhub.
I'm a little surprised.
It's a little surprising. New data from Pornhub has revealed that there's been a massive surge in interest in fidget porn in recent weeks. A huge percentage of those searches have come from 18 to 24-year-olds, with women being 19% more likely to search for it than guys. Women want to fidget.
Nice.
Can I fidget with your spinner? But if you want to get your juices flowing, then you might have to work a bit to find the explicit material you're after, because Pornhub's got a mixture of videos on offer out to troll all you fidgeters. Oh, they're fucking with ya. The 1,000-mile-per-hour fidget spinner dicking down a chick is just a spinner fight.
Oh.
It's just people fighting with spinners.
That's
it's not
weird.
actually doing anything.
Oh.
And some, like dank fidget spinner on hot ass, are pretty not safe for work. In fact, they're exactly what they say.
Nice.
But the website also has been uploading a load of videos just showing actual fidget spinners spinning. But the point is, nothing is beyond being made into porn.
That's true.
What
it's all about the fetish.
Fuck?
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I get the fidget spinner as far as, kids want to have fun with them, but I don't get the porn part.
I don't know how you would incorporate it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, because you can't put it on you, or you can't put it in you. You can't spin it on you.
One on each nipple, like
yeah, maybe like the tassels.
Like tassels, yeah.
Yeah, but even then, it's not. Yeah,
like who cares? Well,
it's weird.
Speaking of tassels, who cares?
Right. Right.
You're just covering things now. Don't do that.
But going back to you for a moment.
Sure.
It was fidget spinner. So schools are banning it, but did you think it would be a distraction for the kids to have them at home? Like they wouldn't listen to you guys because they'd be too busy spinning their fidgets?
God damn it. Now that we've brought the porn element in it, and
right.
We've gone back to my children, this is a problem for me.
This is not good, Maverick.
No. No, I mean, I guess you could say that. I mean, but it's not so much about like they're not listening. The thing I just want to make sure is that when they're like doing their schoolwork, they're just dialed in. Because sometimes
when they're at home, you don't want them spinning.
Right.
So why don't you get them the spinner and say, okay, you guys just can't use this while you guys do homework?
Because then what's the point of using them otherwise?
Just so they can be one of the kids who have one and they're not distracted by wishing they had one.
I guess. I mean, the only place I could see that as being fine would be like if we're at dinner and they're bored stiff and I don't want to give them my fucking phone to play a game.
Right. Or you guys go, you guys are in the car, you guys go somewhere and you're walking around with them and you're like, here, spin your fidget.
God damn it.
And then like at home, when you get back home, if they're, like, hey, you guys can use them, but you can't use them while you're doing homework. You can't use them while we're having dinner.
I guess. I don't know. I think we're still in the mindset to keep away from it for now, but I don't know. We'll see. But spin your fidget now has become a porn, like a beat off term.
Spin your
fidget. I'm at home the other day spinning my fidget. And
yeah. And the cool thing is it can be used by both guys and girls.
That is true.
Girls can spin their fidget just as well as guys.
That's true. That's a good
Probably
point.
better.
I'm sure better.
Looks a lot better.
Look at the search numbers alone. Obviously, women were after it.
I mean,
I just thought that was
jacking it looks like you're trying to rip something off you. At least when girls are doing it, it looks like they're getting something done.
How are you jacking it?
Very aggressively.
Stop hurting yourself. Yeah. Just fucking go already.
I like to give myself a beating.
Oh, no. So I got this off of that, metro.co.uk site, which always has some funny shit on it. So I want to see if you know of any of these things or have ever heard of them or have any interest in them.
Okay.
This is the 15 unusual sex things you probably haven't heard of.
All right.
Okay. Number 1, fertiling.
Okay.
That sounds so good. The Victorians didn't have the internet, so instead they came up with fertiling, which is cutting out bits of pictures and sticking their fingers in to make them look like bare breasts or buttocks.
No.
It's the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Especially if you get off on that. You're like, oh, look at my thumb. That's a big booty.
Look at my dick.
Yes. Oh, little me's got a big me, if you know what I'm saying.
Number 2, cake farts.
Cake farts.
There's a cake. There's a woman. The cake has icing. The woman is not wearing pants. The cake is on the worktop. The woman is on the worktop. You can probably guess what happens next.
She just sits on the cake and farts?
I guess. You're just farting into the cake? That's a thing? That's a sexual thing? That's going to get you excited?
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds pretty
the
crazy.
cake itself, it'll do it for me.
Well, yeah, right. Let's hope she doesn't shart.
Feel like I look like a cake.
Oh, tuxedo. Nasophilia. Mm-hmm. This is sexual attraction to the nose, which may manifest itself as a desire for physical contact, a desire for genital contact, or fantasies about transforming one's own nose. Into what?
I don't know. I can at least that's touching. So if you just happen to have sensitivity around your nose and that gets you going, that makes a little more sense than watching someone sit on a cake and fart.
Right.
That
well,
pisses me off. That's a waste of a good cake.
it is a waste of a good cake. Maybe it's shitty cake. You know, maybe it's one of those kids'
Literally.
cakes with the goddamn jelly in the middle.
Oh, or one of those frickin' fruit basket cakes my mom gets me all the time with.
Terrible.
Doesn't understand.
No, you know how many kids parties I go to, and they start serving the cake. Not that I ever should be eating the cake anyway, so I usually don't. But they'll have that jelly middle, and I'm like, fuck no. Who likes that? Does a kid ever ask for that? I don't think so.
No.
Terrible. Anyway, sorry. But the nasophilia thing makes sense, especially because I don't know, you know, if you're a man who has pleasured your woman down there, your nose is going to be involved.
It's part of the game.
So I could see how that would play a role.
Yeah, you're like, tickle, tickle, tickle.
If you're not pleasuring your woman, pleasure your woman.
Yeah.
Get that nose in there.
If you're not pleasuring yours, pleasure a woman. All right? Do something.
Do something. Doorknob licking.
Ugh.
Apparently a thing in Japan. Doesn't share anything beyond that. That is gross. That's kind of in line with, remember that guy that was fucking the mail slot? It's a little bit like that.
Right? Yeah.
God damn it. Mechanophilia. Sexual attraction to machines. This could be you. Most commonly, motor vehicles, helicopters, airplanes, and so on. Not to be confused with train spotting or plane spotting, which comes from a very different motivation. So,
yeah.
I think you are sexually attracted to machines.
I am.
Yeah. So
some of them vibrate.
You're a mechanophiliac.
I am. Mechanophiliac.
What was that? Was that Eddie Vedder singing
I don't know what happened there. I tweaked out on myself.
Inflatable suits. You've seen fetish clothing, you've seen rubber, but you might not have seen inflatable rubber fetish clothing that turns an ordinary human into a giant sex balloon, or Baymax from Big Hero 6.
Oh,
well, that gets you attracted.
That could fit, I guess, in like the furry thing where you're just kind of like, that's kind of cool. There's something about it, kind of playful.
I guess so.
I mean, not my thing, but it's not like you're not licking doorknobs.
You're not licking doorknobs, no. Objectum sexualis, attraction to inanimate objects. Those objects could be a doorknob. Those objects could be washing baskets, trucks, or the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, that wouldn't do it for me. But I guess it could be. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if you have this though, and you're just walking down the street and you're like, "Oh, great, and I got a boner." Check out that fire hydrant.
Everything you look at is just giving you wood everywhere you go.
Wow.
Your fucking wife's like, "What? Why are you always ready to go?" No offense, it's not just you.
Yeah, no, it's not you, honey, at all. But that chair you're sitting. Oh, well, that's the next one. But that fire hydrant you're walking next to.
Exactly.
That thing's hot.
Fornophilia. This is what do they say here? Rather than "I'd hit that," fornophiles think "I'd like to sit on that." They're into human furniture, a subset of bondage where people are tied and transformed into chairs, tables, and you were looking ahead, and other everyday bits of furniture.
That makes a little more sense because if you're sitting on somebody who's naked and that kind of gets you off, that makes a little more sense to me. It's kind of like,
it's like
you're
that chair.
Dominant.
It's like that chair in what's that? Oh God, Burn After Reading. Remember that stupid movie with Brad Pitt? Did you ever see that? And the guy's making that fucking chair that's got a dildo that comes sliding up.
Nice.
So I could see where, yes, if you're a human chair or something like that,
or that
come sit down.
And
or
there's
even
that
people sitting on people when they're on their hands and their knees, like all that shit. That kind of plays into S&M shit.
Right, and there's that little bit of control and all that stuff.
Right, exactly. Vorophilia, is that how you would say that? Vorophilia. So. Be careful who you invite to dinner. Vorophiles, God, it sounds like I'm mumbling, have an erotic desire to be consumed by others, to watch people being consumed, or to consume others. The fetish is usually shortened to vor.
So consume, I imagine you don't actually eat the person, but it's like
you're just biting all over them?
Put parts in their mouth?
Like you're like nibbling on their fucking toes and shit? And
maybe, yeah.
Taking bites out of their shoulder?
But again, that makes a little more sense because that's a physical contact.
It's a human body part.
Someone puts their mouth on part of me and I'm attracted to them. I'm probably going to think like I'm into this.
Right. Vor.
Yeah. I'm all vor it.
Climacophilia, which is erotic gratification from falling down-stairs.
Climb a chameleon.
Oh my God. Yeah. That is not good.
Yeah. Oh, this feels good.
Yeah, I can do that again.
Man.
Macrophilia is the sexual arousal at the thought of being with big people. And we don't mean... What?
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, we don't mean big in the sense of having eaten too many pies. We're talking Amazonian women, Attack of the 50-Foot Women, and the giant that lives at the top of Jack's beanstalk.
Oh.
Usually, but not always, a male fantasy.
Oh, no, that wouldn't do it for me either.
I don't think so either. Odontophilia.
Mm-hmm.
Sexy, sexy teeth. Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
I've heard you like white teeth.
I like white teeth. I like big butts, and I like white teeth.
This one can range from relatively mild, wanting to lick your partner's teeth, to full-on amateur dentistry. Whoa, we're going a little too far there.
I do like to lick Annalisa's teeth because it grosses her out.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll come in like real quick with like a quick mouth tongue dart.
Yeah?
She's just not into it. She's like, oh, God. And I'm like, I'm just trying to kiss you.
Well, you're basically a dog.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Did you have braces as a kid?
I did.
You said you did?
I did, yes.
Yeah, so remember when you got them off?
Oh, yeah. My gums felt
All you wanted to do
huge.
was lick your teeth.
Yeah, and your gums felt like freaking gigantic.
Yeah, it was just like, this is great.
Yeah.
This weird, slimy feeling.
So smooth.
That should be a philia. There should be something. I guess that ties into this.
Yeah.
You're licking your own teeth. Self-odontophilia, maybe.
Yeah.
Frotturism. This is the sex act previously known as frottage, involving getting off by rubbing yourself against unsuspecting and non-consenting people. Hey, now.
That's
not okay.
Cool.
That's
not okay.
Although, if you're going to do that, maybe hang out at some fucking dance clubs, because you can probably get away with it there.
Probably.
You know? You can lick a girl's leg, like what's-his-face did.
Right. Freaking.
Two more. Foul or... Oh, my goodness. How would you say that one?
Phallorcoagulagnia. Not like that. Not how I just said it. I'll tell you that right now.
Perfect.
Yeah. It should not take 35 seconds to say.
Doc, I got a bad case of foul or... What? You trailed off there. I don't know, man. This is the deal. Rather impenetrable scientific name for arousal from being kicked in the knackers or otherwise receiving pain into one's gentleman's vegetables.
Well, I don't mind a little roughage down there.
You think so?
Not roughage.
Not
I don't
roughage.
want it placed in lettuce.
No.
If you could bring a Caesar salad with you to bed, honey, that would be great. I don't mind a little. I don't want it to be like. I don't want to get kicked, but a little firmness sometimes is all right.
Really? Like a little? I mean, what about like a little fucking flick?
No.
Yeah,
Little squeeze, maybe. Little cup check.
Ball play. I'm not sure.
Well, mine are so damaged, I can't freaking feel anything anyway.
True. Yeah, exactly. It's like when I went to get the vasectomy and the guy was pinching. Can you feel that? Yours is just constantly
just
that way.
not. Yeah.
Can you feel that? No.
I want to know that somebody's down there doing something.
I can't feel a damn thing. So go ahead and get all Fowler yummy.
Yeah.
Otophilia, last one. Sexual interest in ears.
No.
No?
No. I mean, I like people to have ears. If they don't, that's okay too.
But there's not like
I don't want to stick my ding dang in there.
Tongue in the ear,
No.
getting tongued in the ear, that kind of stuff?
No. I mean, maybe a little nice kiss or lick of the earlobe.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't
Does it freak you out when something is put in your ear like that? Like for me, like I was just having this conversation the other day, not in a sexual manner, with my kids, where I was saying they were talking about belly buttons, and I said I don't like if somebody pokes me in the belly button because it makes me feel like my bottom half's gonna fall out or something. It's like a weird feeling. It skews me out.
Yeah, no, that way too. I don't like stuff like put in my ears. My belly button's not so bad, but Annalise doesn't like her belly button touched, and I love to touch it.
So you're licking her teeth. And touch her
belly button. I like to do that thing like where you tap on the belly button, and so it makes that weird kind of almost a suction, so it sounds like a little drum, like pop 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 pop.
Oh,
pop.
and then you give it a.
Yeah, kind of like one of those things, but she's not into it.
Oh well, sorry, Annalise.
Yeah.
We talked about fidget spinners earlier.
We did,
and the fact that I'm very sad that my children each have one, but
this is how you? I was going to say, you sure that's what you want to lead? How you want to lead into this story?
This is very different than what they have. Fidget spinners, this says, were originally created to help those with ADHD and anxiety. Now they're a trend. They're the hot new toy on the playground. They're being used to make music. There is naturally fidget spinner porn, which we spoke about last week or the week before.
Which we're shooting later today.
Right. And now, finally, butts are getting into the fidget spinner action too.
Hells yeah, bro.
Someone has come up with the fidget spinner butt plug. This is a butt plug that appears to be safe and enjoyable for anal play, but with a fidget spinner stuck on the end. The end that doesn't go inside your butt, but acts as a stopper to prevent your plug from getting lost.
Nice.
What's the point of a butt plug with a fidget spinner on the end, you may ask? Frankly,
oh no, I get it.
Oh, you got it? What is it?
No, I mean, I could see, because let's say you're with somebody who's got a little ADHD, or maybe, whatever, they need something extra to do. It's like, put that in there, and then you can fidget spin on the outside while I'm getting pleasured on the inside.
So
perfect.
You're taking advantage of their anxiety.
Correct.
You're preying on their anxiety by
I'm praying for their anxiety.
By throwing this at them, basically, by going, look.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Everybody wins.
And then you feel like you're kind of involved and they want to be there. The only thing about this is, if you're like a boy or a hairy girl, you got to trim up, because you don't want that fidget spinner. You don't want any hairs getting trapped in any of those gears. Yeah.
That would be bad.
No, you gotta play this smart. You don't just go in blind.
And just be careful, because if you do clean up that zone, you might end up with just wet pants, wet shorts.
That's right. That's right. Be very careful.
The maker is called Glow F Yourself.
That's pretty funny.
Who also sells delights such as a golden rosary butt plug.
Oh.
Wow, getting into religious territory.
Wow,
and a mood ring butt plug, which I thought that was pretty cool.
I like that. Yeah, it could be interesting. Like,
my butt's feeling great.
You're not very happy. And you're like, well, I wasn't really expecting that.
Of the fidget spinner butt plug, Glow F Yourself says, it's here to help keep that ass focused. Nice. It's not clear who is supposed to spin the fidget spinner, the wearer of said butt plug or the buddy interested in it, which I think we've answered that with your philosophy there. So I don't know. I saw the picture that they showed on this link. Did you see it? Oh
yeah,
man,
it's good looking.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, weird, right? It's totally weird.
Right? Yeah. It would be great if you were holding one up right now.
I'm like, you mean like this?
You mean this one? Or this?
Should have washed it first,
one?
But whatever.
I found this article on the Daily Beast talking about something we've touched on before. Whoa. And that is virtual reality sex.
Oh, yeah.
The article talks a lot about how you can essentially have like a two-way stimulation thing going with webcam performers, and how this is something like Pornhub is already trying to work out and has in play to some degree. I think you have a VR headset on, and you watch her do her thing, and you like flick buttons or do some shit that like she reacts to.
Nice.
Flick buttons. Isn't that how it works in the bedroom? You just flick buttons.
Flick buttons.
And then I think they were saying she can stimulate them back, but so I mean it's essentially now you can have sex virtual reality style, but it's not like random. There's a manual function to it.
Right.
Which is quite a big step forward in that realm, because that's going to change things for a lot of people who, want to like fuck long distance.
Right. Well, that video you had me watch or asked me to watch, you didn't, whatever. I can see where what would be interesting was in virtual reality. So let's say there's a bunch of dudes that log on to Pornhub at the same time, and they're going to virtually realize with this woman.
How sad they are.
Yeah. And so maybe you can't flick buttons for her because there'd be too many people flicking buttons and, shit would short out. So let's say there's like 10,000 guys watching one girl. But if she's got that dildo thing where you have what is it called? The thing that's attached to your knob. What was it? Made by Fleshlight.
The Fleshlight.
The freaking battery powered fleshlight is attached to everybody's knob, and then she can manipulate her freaking power dildo however she wants. But the weird thing was that all the dudes would be feeling the same thing at the same time.
Seeing
the same thing.
I was envisioning it more like she's got like a whack-a-mole setup.
Literally.
She just keeps hitting one at a time.
She's
Guys are
got
like, oh.
she's got junk everywhere. And she's like touching this one and spitting on that one. Yeah.
She's like an old timey like radio or telephone operator.
Yeah. but oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. So that's what would be weird is like you just know while you're feeling whatever you're feeling in your fleshlight,
Right.
that it's going out to all the other people.
Right.
That are
Well, and so yeah, so some of the stuff you were talking about. So there's a product or these products made by, I think it's called Kairu, which I feel like we've talked about them before.
I'm sure we have.
Surprising. And they're talking about teledildonics, one of our favorite topics.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you can stick your D in like a fleshlight type device,
Yeah.
and it matches the actions that are happening to the dildo elsewhere.
I'm in.
So she's like stroking the dildo, you're feeling it on your cock.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, I guess technically she could be jamming the dildo in herself, and you're feeling
Right.
that on your. So it's essentially, I mean,
Like jamming it in or something.
jamming it in there,
Freaking
like a
cramming
fucking
it in.
scene from The Exorcist. It's
Yeah.
not like that.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
As you may guess, it'll be interesting.
Okay.
So you have set fleshlight on your junk
Mhm.
and you feel stimulation. You're like, yeah. You look up in your virtual reality and realize it's a dude jamming it in. Is that gay sex?
This is a topic that always comes up. It's like it's like the male sex. It's like a male sex robot or something like that.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, technically, this is like what we talked about recently. It was like a hole is a hole kind of situation.
Right.
I think technically you could describe it that way.
Because you're not being touched by anybody. Actually,
No, but
you're not
it is
even
being
touching yourself.
manipulated by a guy.
Right.
It's basically like a version of the what's it called? The rudder. What's it called?
The rudder.
You know what I'm talking about? The Dutch rudder.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When like a guy's moving your arm or
Yeah.
whatever, or
Yeah,
a girl
yeah.
is moving your arm. So
But this is a little because you're not even in the same room.
Of course not. But at the same time, it's
Well, you're
somebody
getting
else.
very excited about it.
It's hey, god damn it! I'm like banging my gavel. I say, no. I think it's the same concept though, because it's somebody is manipulating you
Yes.
and your member. They are doing something that is causing the action. You're not just doing it because they're telling you to. Or whatever.
Right.
I thought you were going to go a different way with that question, which is something I wasn't thinking about, which is
All right.
what happens if you got your thing stuck in the fleshlight thing, and like maybe you even you get the virtual reality or whatever, and all of a sudden the girl's like, watch this, and puts it on the table and just brings a mallet out, and just goes bam, 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 bam. All of a sudden does the fleshlight just go?
Oh gosh, yeah. You hope to God that it's got a fail-safe on it.
Oh man, eject.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, that's hilarious.
Although some people might like that because they like the pleasure
That's true.
painting. I don't know.
That's true.
So that would be interesting. I did think that because of the way they're making this feel, they need to like steal the EA Sports logo or slogan.
It's in the game.
Yeah, like if it's in the bedroom, it's in the bedroom.
It's in the game.
So also, by the way, it goes on to say that despite the hype, and this is something that I sent you, the video, not everyone is ready to embrace this new frontier in sex toy tech. Some company owners worry about the product's limited future in the marketplace. Brian Sloan, maker of the leading mechanized male sex toy, Auto Blow 2. You watched this video?
No, I watched the other video.
Oh, you didn't watch this video?
Oh no, I thought that
It's
was
like
the other
a
video.
jingly thing. Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
Okay,
it's like
I'll
a
watch it.
jingle.
I'll
It's a
watch it.
jingle, and it starts out, and it's like, it's got like an old barbershop kind of quartet sound to it. And it's like, well, the Auto Blow 2 has been upgraded. The perfect time to be filleted.
Nice. I will watch it.
He says he purposely passed on the opportunity to turn his product into a synchronized sex toy because he thinks the cost is his concern.
Right.
It's going to be so expensive for people to do this. Why would they do that instead of just buying a device that's a lot cheaper to use? Or and then that's the other question I guess to make is, will people really do this stuff because so much porn is free and everything else? Are they going to shell out the dough to kind of?
But for like long distance relationships and stuff, it could
Well,
be.
it makes sense for that.
Yeah.
I mean to go from like let's talk dirty over the phone while we both jack it to we can actually kind of do something here.
So if both people are jacking it, who are you talking dirty on the phone with?
You know what I mean, damn it.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you
I
is
gotcha.
you might be
I
getting a
gotcha.
box in the mail soon.
Hey, man. Is that me? Is that 0? Is that 9?
You'll have to wait and see.
Yeah,
Who knows? Get the peanut butter out.
that's right.
Anyway. But I mean, people do spend a shit ton of money on sex dolls already, so maybe
That's
they
true.
will shell out this kind of dough. And speaking of sex dolls,
We always do.
because we like to here. So, and I'm not obsessed, I swear. I know it sounds that way, but but let me tell you this real quick. I had a meeting the other day, last
With the
week,
sex
maybe?
doll?
No, with my boss,
Uh-oh.
who's a woman,
Yeah.
and she was telling me how I think something popped up on Facebook or something, and she's like, "I just saw this. What the hell is this?" And I had to be like, I got to level with you. I'm really well versed in this subject.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And she's like, "What?" And I said, "Well, you know, that's I always the same way I refer to everybody when I talk about our show. It's always like, well, I do this silly show. You don't want to know about it anyway."
That's
So we
awesome.
talk about it on there. So I was like, yeah, I actually know quite a bit. So I found this on NewYorkPost.com or NYPost.com. First, this is a little long, so we'll cut in whenever you like. For some couples, a no-strings threesome is the ultimate sexual fantasy. For David Hockey and his fiancée, Shauna, it's a regular event. They might share their bed with Bianca one night, Ruby the next, maybe even Carly or Terry after that. But these are not human dates. They are all sex robots.
I think this is cool.
This is fine.
Yeah.
But wait, because it gets funnier. David, 63, and Shauna, 50, have spent over $38,000 on nine.
9.
Was that the wrong dog that barked there?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Oh, damn, that would have been great timing.
Yeah.
9 incredibly lifelike female dolls and 1 male. That's
Oh,
Terry.
nice.
The couple are among a growing number of people who are turning to sex dolls to keep the relationship alive, according to a report by the Foundation for Responsible Robotics. That sounds like a load of shit because there's nothing responsible about robotics.
How we didn't start this, I don't know. I want to
that's
be
true.
the Foundation for Responsible Sex Robotics.
Well,
Yeah.
but look up the URL after this. We'll see if we can get it.
That would be awesome.
David, a retired TV producer, began researching sex dolls in 2007 while making straight-to-DVD documentary All Dolled Up. His first purchase was quote-unquote celebrity Bianca, a $6,900 silicone doll who appeared opposite Hollywood megastar Ryan Gosling in the offbeat film Lars and the Real Girl. Have you seen this film?
No.
Of course you haven't. I have seen this film, and it's pretty odd. I mean, he's just a shy guy who ends up getting a doll and treats her like a real person, and his family has to deal with it and all that kind of stuff. I love that he gets the actual
That's
doll
awesome.
that they had. David says, Bianca was the most famous real doll in the world. A lot of people would recognize her and want their picture with her. It was like traveling with a celebrity. I then realized I was sexually attracted to her.
Oh, Jesus. I like how I realized.
Yes.
I mean, does that attraction grow? Like, do you sit there and you're like, she
I
kinda looks
stare into
good.
her cold, dead eyes
Yeah.
sometimes, and I feel like
I
she
feel-
might have blinked.
I'm feeling something for her.
Right. Bianca was not a ready-made sex toy, so he flew her to have surgery in California to give her female private parts.
Nice.
Good work, David. On the way back, he bought her sexy underwear before spending the night with her at home. That's lovely.
Aw.
The grandfather, because he's a grandfather, from Nova Scotia, said, I realized I was going to have sex with Bianca.
Okay. That's good
There's a lot of
realization.
realizations
Yeah.
happening. First, I think I'm attracted to her. I think I'm probably gonna have to have sex with her. I was curious, and I also felt under the spotlight because people wanted to know what it was like with a celebrity doll.
I
Really?
will tell you this: if you had a Bianca, guaranteed I'd want to know what it was like. If you're like, I gotta tell you, I got Bianca, and flew her out, and she has surgery now, so she's ready to go, and I'm kind of attracted to her.
Right.
Guaranteed,
Probably
I'd
gonna
say,
have sex with her.
I just realized I'm probably gonna have sex. I would tell you when you're done, after you clean up the doll, call me. I want to know all about it.
Right.
Take pics.
David steadily built a collection of 14 named dolls, which he kept in his basement,
Oh,
which I'm
that's
imagining
creepy.
along with like a shovel and
Yeah.
human teeth.
Yeah.
Including an exact model of porn star Jessica Drake, complete with her double D breasts. He also bought a Japanese doll with 2 interchangeable heads, handy,
Oh, God,
a
that's
Russian doll with heated private parts, and an elf.
gross. Well, I mean, when the holidays come along, you know, it's like, oh,
Is it the
Christmas
holidays?
tree, oh, Christmas tree, won't you please sit on me?
Do you think nice? Do you think it's the holidays, or do you think it's more of like a Lord of the Rings fantasy going on?
I'm hoping holidays. I want to see him dressed as Santa.
That would be nice. Come sit in my lap.
Mm-hmm.
All the dolls come fully functioned, with Robot Jessica featuring a hole in the head for oral pleasure. Well, I hope the hole is in the right spot.
Yeah.
This is hole in the head.
Yeah.
I got to fuck her ear, but other than that, it's cool. She was a knockoff, you know. But perhaps, unsurprisingly, David's hobby began to kill his chances of finding a real woman to share his life with. No way.
I'm amazed. You'd think
Can't imagine how that would get in the way at all.
by this and his belly button lint collection, he'd be fine.
David, who also teaches advanced driving, I love how they throw these tidbits in,
Yeah.
said, I didn't realize the publicity for the documentary was going to kill my love life. Women avoided me because they thought it was weird. Then Shauna came along.
Is Shauna real? Do we
Well,
know for sure?
Maybe we should start wondering.
Yeah.
David met Shauna after he saw her profile on a dating site, Plenty of Fish. That's a great site.
Nice.
And asked her out. They moved in together after a week
Woo.
and were engaged in a month.
Nice.
After she wholeheartedly embraced his bedroom hobby. Quote, on our first date, I took her in to show her the dolls.
Oh my God.
Just putting it all on the table. I thought I might as well get it over with just in case she did not like them.
Well, there's something nice about that. I mean, saying, look, I'm a freak.
I don't want
and
to scare
here
you
we
later.
go. Yeah.
Like, let's get this all out there. Maybe that should have been on his Plenty of Fish profile.
Yeah.
It's just him in a room surrounded by a bunch of dead-eyed.
Just holding all their heads.
Dog walker Shauna, again, thanks for all the details, had
Mhm.
watched films featuring the dolls and was not put off by them. In fact, they turned her on.
Ooh.
Shauna has found her match made in heaven. She said, when David first brought me into the basement to see the dolls,
Okay,
I
creepy.
figured I was about to be murdered.
Right. Right.
I'm just kidding. She said, I was trying on their hair. I really liked them. They were just like giant Barbie dolls. I did not know David used them sexually. What the fuck did you think he used them for?
Just friends.
But when I lifted their clothes up and saw the body parts, I guess there must be something else going on. Wah, wah.
I like how why would you be lifting their clothes to look at their body parts?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Because she's turned on by them.
Yeah, she's like,
oh my
I'm
God,
going to try
it has
on
a
their
vag.
hair. What's on under here? Oh.
It's got a vag. Oh, she's shaved. When we first used them in bed, it was erotic and exciting. For me, it was like getting away with a threesome. It's not cheating because it's not a real person. Ah, the old dilemma.
That's right.
Is it cheating? I mean, we've discussed that ad nauseum. When Shauna came into my life, the dolls became more active than before.
What? Wait,
Well,
what?
that's scary.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Take out their batteries then. That's, yeah.
They took on a different role. You can, I can barely get this out.
Yeah.
You can make the faces into any expression you want.
Wow.
I'm assuming like massive disappointment is one of them.
Yeah. Or utter shock.
Well, we've all seen the shock doll.
You,
We know that.
the doll's sitting there going, wait, you actually have a woman in here now and you still have us? Shoot yourself.
Right. We're just going to go.
Yeah, we're going to leave.
No.
Yeah.
Stay here.
No. Hang out.
Sometimes we will just have one in the room watching. Ew. Gross.
Oh, I'm getting sick
That's
to my
more
stomach.
creepy than fucking the doll. Is having
I
one
think
watch
so.
you fuck somebody else.
And it's with its cold, dead eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every now and again you look over, you into this? You getting this? It would be great if he set one up with a video camera. I think she's holding it. Oh. For Shauna's birthday in 2014, David bought her a 100-pound silicone male doll called Terry, complete with three different penis sizes. Which,
Wow.
hey, that's handy. I'm guessing those were like it, love it, gotta have it.
Right.
Some of the dolls, especially much loved Bianca, even accompany them on days out, including a trip skydiving. Oh my God. Could you imagine being that skydiver instructor and just being like,
I'd
what?
Yeah. First of all, I'd go, what? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, well, I got GoPros, so this is going to be awesome.
That, or you'd be like, I'm going to have to charge you double.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Weird.
It's a safety thing. I got to charge you. And they'd be like, oh, that's fine. Oh, okay, good.
Or on purpose, he doesn't
No shoot
put
for
a
the
pack
doll.
on her.
Yep.
So they just come crashing down. Oh,
Boom.
sorry.
Oh, wow. She bounced. That's impressive.
Despite derogatory stereotypes over people who use sex dolls, his 2 children have accepted his hobby. They come over with my grandchildren, who are young enough to just view them as normal dolls. They are dressed respectably. Well, I fucking hope so. God damn it. But I mean, they're going to catch. Could you imagine them catching him in the act? Like, oh, Papa D was putting his thing and...
Or once they finally realize and they're like, wait,
well, that's
so
good.
when we were kids, you had us hang out with those freaking things?
Uh-huh. You had to stay at Papa's house?
And take freaking
things?
family photos with Bianca and Terry?
Hey, she's a celebrity, Neil. Come on.
That's true.
They should be so lucky. I hope they like those kids never like ended up running around the house and like wandering into that basement.
Oh, Jesus.
Mom, Dad, I have to show you something. David and Shauna have 9 female dolls. Ready? Bianca, Jessica, Gabrielle, sorry. Gabriel.
It could be Gabriel.
Ruby, Amaya, Carly, Lily. I don't know. How do you say that one? Arabelle?
I think
and
so.
Kira. Plus male doll Terry.
Nice.
They urged other couples to dive into beds with dolls and the new generation of robots, which can take up to 50 sex positions, fake orgasms, and even lurch backward and forward, as well as, I'm guessing, stab you in your sleep.
I was going to say, that's like The Exorcist, right? Just the
Totally.
from the sitting to the prone, from the sitting to the prone. Yeah.
Their head can spin all the way around
gosh.
and jam a crucifix in its vajayjay. We love the dolls, he said. Some we will keep and some we will sell. Bianca will never leave me. She's a permanent resident.
Yeah.
I leave you with that, folks.
Yeah. I think it's a safe way to, get a little explorative with another partner in bed without all that emotional and weirdness. It's still not a human. So I'm kind of wondering, like, aside from Terry, I'm a little confused what the dolls can provide for his fiance.
Maybe she likes to go down on fake sex dolls.
Yeah, because
She likes to
like the
grab-
doll,
do
the
something
doll.
with tits.
If that's the doll, maybe the doll has like a little robot tongue that just kind of flicks around.
Well, they're getting better with these things. They're coming up with more and more.
Are they,
and
Matt?
becoming more and more realistic.
Are they, Matt?
Yes. Hold on. I got this one over here. Do you see the bed back there?
That's right.
She's hiding.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. It's okay. Come out.
Honey.
He understands. He understands. Yeah, I think the volume, the number of dolls here is the thing that I really question.
Yeah.
Like, why would you have so many?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like popping a different game cartridge in your video game
No,
system.
and especially since you can change the wigs and change their clothes, it's
and
kind
their
of
fucking facial expressions.
oh, yeah,
Always shocked.
yeah, always disgusted.
Bite your lip. Perfect.
But it's I don't that part, like I said, the part of kind of exploring a little bit, in a safe kind of manner makes sense. But yeah, 9 dolls.
That's a lot. That's maybe 8 too many.
Oh, I mean,
Maybe 7. Maybe you have 2. Maybe you have a backup.
good for him for buying a male doll for his fiance so that she can experience that also.
Well, yeah, I wonder if David gets it on with Terry at all, or if he's just like, hey, I got 8 here plus you. I don't need
I'm
Terry.
thinking, yeah. I mean, because unless she got off on like seeing Terry do something to David, in which case she could use her own device on David. I think it would be more so that Shauna can turn a little bit more into a pincushion than she can with another female doll.
Or maybe they want to watch.
Although
Terry
I guess
and
they could,
Bianca go at it.
they could put a strap on the female doll too.
They could, but maybe they
this
want
is
to watch.
becoming intriguing now.
Maybe they want to watch Terry and Bianca go after it. Or what's going to happen is
Maybe
Terry,
he wants to watch Terry and
No.
Shauna go after it.
opposite. Well, I was going to say. Well, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I was going to say he's going to watch Terry. Shauna's going to set Terry up to like go at it with Bianca, and David's going to come in and beat the fuck out of Terry. That is Bianca. You don't touch Bianca.
You don't touch Bianca.
She's off limits. You want to go with Kira
Yeah.
or whatever those other girls, Gabrielle, that's fine. Bianca's off limits. I think I made myself clear. She is a permanent resident. She will never leave.
Fucking Terry.
Poor Bianca.
He
Do you think Bianca cries tears? Like, I'm never getting out?
In her dead soul, inside, she does.
I wonder how Ryan Gosling feels about this, because he spent a lot of time with Bianca.
Somebody should ask him. That would be an awesome interview.
That would be a great interview.
We should contact his people and say, no, we don't want to talk about his movies. We don't want to talk about his life. There's just this one thing.
Should we get him on the show?
That would be hilarious.
Ryan
be even
Gosling.
more funny if he did it. He's like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with that guy. You know, I mean, it's not my Bianca. I still have mine.
We have one question for you.
Yeah. Have you heard this story?
Do you know where Bianca is?
Yeah.
She is in Nova Scotia. Hey, he's Canadian.
That's true.
So maybe he's cool with this.
Although he's no Ryan Reynolds.
Well, are you getting into the debate?
Yeah.
How was your week, honey?
Yeah.
Yes. What is your take on that? You go Reynolds or Gosling?
Reynolds.
You go Reynolds.
Reynolds. I'll go. I mean, Reynolds in Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place blows The Notebook away.
Sure.
Gosling in The Notebook away.
Yeah, I don't know that I would compare those two films as my.
Well, one's a TV show. That's how. One's a canceled TV show.
Sure, but I'm saying those are the two. I wouldn't pull those aspects out of their careers and be like, let's mash these two together as a comparison.
Well, just that's how much better Ryan Reynolds is. That you can.
I'm cool with Ryan Reynolds, but I mean Gosling, dreamy, that chiseled jaw and everything. Oof.
Nah. Like most things, you're wrong.
I'm gonna get a Ryan. I'm gonna get a Gosling sex doll.
Yeah, that's it. Or Bianca and just call it Ryan. This is my Ryan.
Oh fuck! Let's do this. Let's reach out to David and make him an offer.
We'll buy Bianca.
We will buy Bianca for $8,500. That's a $1,600 return. She's used, and you're getting a $1,600 on top of what you paid for.
And why do we want to do this?
Oh, I just wanted to do it just to fuck with him.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I'm like, wait a minute, where are we going? I don't understand.
Oh, we're not gonna pull together $8,500 for this. I'm just
okay. Good. We could start a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
let's do that.
We should start a GoFundMe for a sex doll.
We should.
Yeah.
Hey, we have a show.
That will be part of our calendar. Well, it'll be part of the. We'll make her the third host.
There you go. Then we're definitely gonna have to include video from now on.
Oh, for sure.
Like she's just sitting here next to me
with her, just with her surprised look.
When we do our drops, I'll just move her head over in front of the mic so it looks like she's saying,
great.
NASCAR Mini.
Oh no, we'll get her own mic and everything, headset, the whole deal.
They'll do a story about us. I can guarantee you that.
I bet they would.
I don't think Gosling's coming on anymore after hearing all this.
We bought a used, unwashed sex doll to be our co-host.
Hey, we'll wash her.
I say we'd leave it. Let her be natural.
I don't want David stink on her.
Well, maybe it's Shauna stank.
Or it could be Terry stink.
Oh, Terry's a dog, bro.
Just gonna smell like straight up new, like Halloween costume.
Yeah, it is. Oh my dear Lord.
I think we've exhausted this subject.
I think so.
Jesus. Thanks again for listening. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. Until then, you can find us at reasonsareseveral.com, and you can holler at us on Twitter at reasonsr and at angelsfreak7. Don't forget to tell a friend about the show, and we'll be back next week. Lay up.